Hi, I'm Game Guide. It's time for more Let's Play Kirby Squeak Squad. It's the squeakiest, squadiest, squeaky squad. We're doing boss endurance today. It's the mode where you gotta fight all the dudes. It's very exciting. So boss endurance mode has like its own little world map thing where you can just kind of be stuck here on the thing. You can go to your collection if you want, but there's no reason to, because we're here in the ability room to take a look at what abilities we wish to go with. Because yes, obviously we get to make use out of Kirby's stomach as per usual. Also, we get the freaking triple star ability here if we want, which is weird, but okay. I guess while I'm deciding what abilities to take, because I took kind of a long time, this is actually post-commentary, because initially, I thought this was gonna take a while. Evidently, it really didn't, so, yeah, whoops. But, you know, I recorded this during a time when I wasn't really able to speak, long story short, so, I'm doing it now instead. As you can see here, I'm going in with Tornado, Hammer, High Jump. I went ahead and made Ice Bombs, and, after that, I couldn't really decide what to use, so I just kind of waffle around for a bit. Yeah, boss endurance in this game is weirdly easy, because you have all of these abilities that you can keep with you, and, like, the bosses aren't that difficult to defeat, so I don't know, man, it's just, it's a thing. This is kind of an equivalence to just the basic arena in some more modern Kirby games, I guess. But there are a few little differences. Also, yeah, you can't go back to levels you've already beaten. But you also get one Maxim Tomato to use throughout the whole thing. But you can use it at any time you want, so it's kind of nice. It looks like you get the ability upgrades here also. I decided to swap for Fire instead of Cutter. This is King Dedede. He's a very complex boss, as you can see. Although, to be fair, I got a little nervous and defensive here. Like, oh no, he's approaching me. I should probably move back. But there really is no point, because I think Fire can literally just stun lock him the whole time. So I just kind of got unnecessarily damaged here. I'm not sure what that thing in the background of this battle is. I've never been clear on that. It's just some random machine that exists. But you know how it is. And this is Mrs. Mole. The mole misses. Is it a misses or a miss? I forgot already. Fact of the matter is, she's got flowers on her head. That's how you can tell it's a miss or misses. That's the one thing that tells you this. But unfortunately, moles are not resistant to fire, so yeah, that was an exciting boss. Moving on. Here comes Mecha Kracko. Mecha Kracko is a dude who I like using Tornado against. I could have used High Jump too, to be honest. Either one works pretty well, all things considered. Tornado is stupidly powerful. Mr. Watch even agrees, but I don't agree with what he has to say. Like, you just kind of stay inside the enemy and they just take constant damage, and you're basically invincible through the whole thing. Like, I don't know of a single attack in this game that actually hits you through the tornado. This fight is silly, by the way, because bottomless pits are a thing. So, like, if you get hit at the wrong time and, like, lose your ability, exactly this will happen. It's a pretty great time. Game over. Oh, yeah, no, Kracko, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of that particular setup. Like, if there's one thing I'm not a big fan of in, like, boss endurance style locales, it's that just bottomless pits or ways to lose your ability, because that's just rude. Also, you can tell here I kind of screwed up my original set of abilities, because they don't respawn or anything, so you gotta go and just take what you got. I went ahead and decided to use ice anyway as a substitute for fire. Yeah. Alright, King D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D. Okay, well, that was fun and exciting. I kind of forgot that ice doesn't really have any like maneuvers besides just being able to breathe ice in this game. Which is why I paused there, because I was checking the moves. Because I think, like, when I was using fire, I tried to do, like, the dash attack once or twice. And it just didn't work. Because I don't know if fire has a dash attack in this game. Maybe it does, I don't know. I didn't actually look at the time, so... heck if I know. But, yeah, you know... I would have switched to Tornado immediately, but I figured I'd get some damage in with Ice while I still have it. You know, actually save the Tornado for no real reason in particular, because, like, I don't know. Tornado is good! I've already stressed this. I have already stressed this many a time. Man, look at that static lightning image in the background. It's my favorite. Ow. And there goes Ice. Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of bosses that just let you lose your ability like that. It's rude. It's a little more forgivable in this game just because you have the whole stomach gimmick and everything. So, like, you come in prepared with extra abilities and whatnot, so it's a little more lenient in that regard. It just means that if you want to keep using whatever ability you have, you just have to make sure not to lose it. And even if you do, you got backups. Because that's just it. Fighting some of these bosses without abilities would take a longer time. Like, a significantly longer time. In nearly every case. But, you know. Then there's this boss. You pretty much just kind of hang back while you're in the tornado form and just can't do anything to. After a while, I just kind of started to hold left. It was a fun time. Look at that guy. He is almost dead. And now he is actually dead. I thought he was going to die a little bit sooner, which is why I preemptively said what I said, but it's fine. Here's the stupid owl raccoon thing. This guy is still annoying. I don't even know what you are, you stupid creature of fire and owls. I almost land in the lava many times here. Also, by this point, I've forgotten that the tornado has, like, the upgrade to carry elements and such. I think I could have just kind of used the tornado in the lava briefly to make it on fire and whatnot, which probably would have done more damage or something. I'm not exactly sure. I think the tornado just gets bigger. I don't know if it necessarily does more damage. Hard to say. I don't have any proof one way or another, so, there you go. There you go. Oh no! You have succumbed to the death. Why would you do that? Let's go fight a mouse man. I'm not really sure why they have these little starting rooms, because most of the time, it doesn't matter. Like, it only mattered in the first one, because that's where the Maxim tomato was. Like, unless if you use the Maxim tomato, another one appears or something? I don't know. Also, that's the point where I remembered, hey, I can do the thing. Yeah, I don't know. It might do more damage, it might not. It's hard to say. But, yeah, Tornado kind of makes this a little bit easy, to be fair. Because, like, I thought about switching abilities, but then it's sort of like, I don't want to, though. Because this is working. I mean, all things considered, I'm not doing as well as I could be. I'm below half of my maximum health. I still have a maximum tomato, mind you, but you know, I don't wanna like risk it or anything, you know, like, 'cause you never know. This game could throw a curveball at some point. Like, remember how much trouble I had on some of the later bosses? I mean, there are reasons for some of those, but details. You can just tornado right on through that attack. Forget you, Meta Knight. Invincibility frames are king. Oh no, you have a face. Well, goodbye. I'm just gonna stare at your sword as we fly into space. Oh yeah, final boss time. Already. This goes by really quick, which is why I was just surprised. Like, why is this so quick? I figured I would actually have some trouble here, but evidently it's just not a thing. Is his name Drosh? I'm not really sure how to say that. Why does he have like ice magic? I'm not sure I understand. Also, that was me using my Maxim tomato. In case you wanted to know. I mean, I probably flashed it up on screen like I always do, so it's not like I had to tell you. But, still, you know, I have to make sure you know what's going on. This guy just doesn't seem to care that there's a tornado in his face. Just not a single care in the world. I'm glad he died when he did, because I might have taken damage or something. He lost his ability to be evil. His ability to be evil was the evil ability. That's why it's like a little dark star, I guess. I don't know. Also, you still get triple star anyway, so whatever. Let's actually show off how this fight is supposed to go with the triple star ability. That sounds like a good idea. Also, I'm not sure why they make you go through this platforming segment in boss endurance mode. It's a little bit weird. And also, there's like tons and tons and tons of health items during this part for no reason in particular. I'm not really understanding it. Like, it kind of makes this end part pretty anticlimactic, all things considered. Because, like, I just got a cherry there. There's a thing of meat here. I believe there's another one up ahead. And I just like, why? Why are you doing this? Yep, there's another one. That's like a half health replenish, I think. Also, yeah, you can just avoid the boulders. Who'da thunk it? I certainly wouldn't have thought of that as a strategy. Just not at all. I like this game, but it kind of ends in an anticlimactic way, let's be honest here. This is like, oh no, it's that star dude that exists. Wowzers. Like, I don't know. I get hit a bunch in this fight, because I don't remember most of it. It goes without saying, it has been a long time since I played this game. So, yeah. But yeah, no, this guy is like, he just floats around and does things sometimes. Like, that's just all he does. I had more trouble because I kept trying to, like, throw stars upward and it doesn't work all the time. Like, sometimes Kirby just starts to float. Like, I want to do that upward throw that I just did, but it wasn't working a lot of times. So when I got to this phase, he's, like, stupid hard to hit. Because he hangs out in the upper part of the area for no real reason. Like a jerk pants. Why you gotta be a jerk pants, Mr. Starman? Why are you doing this? What makes you think that that's cool? Yeah, like, I just... After a certain point, I'm just like, forget this, I still have high jump. Yeah. Although, I haven't used high jump at all up to this point, so I'm just not familiar with how it works. It's just that sudden burst is hard to control. He also never went to fire form at all, but it's alright. I use all of my stuff! All of my stuff! This was my cutter-only run of Kirby Squeak Squad boss endurance. Thank you for watching. Yeah, well, that wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be. And you don't really get anything for doing it, so hooray! But I guess that's it. That's another LP finally completely finished. Neat. Alright. Well, that said, Kirby got his cake. I no longer have a cold. Yeah, that sums it up, I guess. See you later, goodbye.